I turned this tiny room from this into this. So this morning I knew I was getting a delivery, but I didn't quite know how many boxes they were or how big it was gonna be until I got downstairs and I saw the truck unloading everything. But the reason I have all of this stuff sent to me is because I am super excited to announce that I am now a Next Level Racing ambassador, and they've sent me all this brand new sim racing gear to fuel all of my sim racing needs and content. As you can see behind me, there are quite a few boxes, so let's check out what they sent. All right, so for the cockpit itself, you can see here we've got the F-GT Elite Lite wheel plate edition. Then over here we have the Elite Shifter add-on, which is separate to the GT Elite Lite. We're obviously going to need a seat, so right here we have the ERS3 Hypercool ventilated sim racing seat. And if you've ever been to Hong Kong, you know how hot it gets here in the summer, so this is going to come in absolutely clutch. Then over here we have the Elite freestanding triple monitor stand. So I'm going to be running triples for the first time, which are going to be these 3 Xiaomi 27-inch gaming monitors. Then here we've got a few accessories like the GT Elite keyboard and mouse tray. And then over here, which is still in its wrapper, we have a premium extra large floor mat. So once again, thank you to Next Level Racing. Go check them out. Go check out the website. They make some of the best sim racing equipment in the world. But that's enough talking. Let's get unboxing. Actually, before all of that, I realized I should probably lay down the mat. So yeah, I don't have a ton of space, but I'm gonna try and shift it around so I can put the mat down first. I just realized that I need way more space than I do to build this, and in my tiny little room, space is a premium. So I'm gonna try and get rid of this box. As you see right now, I am kind of closed in because that's the door. So I'm gonna try and move things around. Gonna try and throw this in the rubbish first and then come back to build it. I'm really struggling with these T-nuts. Trying to get them slid into the rail itself. These guys, these little T-nuts, not my friend. Alright, so this is taking a little longer than I thought, but making decent progress on the rig. The cockpit is coming together. Just got to put the pedal assembly on, then the seat assembly on, and then we're done. And then we can move on to the seat and then just all the other bits. So I think I'm gonna have a little break right now. Gonna go have some dinner with Michelle and then come back later.
A few moments later.
So build update, we have finished the cockpit, as you can see. Everything is there, pedals, steering wheel. Now I just got to put in the triple screen frame, the seat itself, the Hypercool seat, which I'm really excited for, and then all the little bits. So it's getting pretty late though. I've been going for a few hours now, so I don't think I'm going to finish tonight, but I'm going to take a rest. Tomorrow I've got a busy day with a couple events, so I'll get back to it either tomorrow night or later in the week. It's day 2. I have a couple hours now to try and continue with the build. I don't have a ton of time, and one thing I realized it says on the instructions is that the cockpit itself is a 2-person build, so doing it by myself was a little bit tricky, but we got it done. We managed. So now what I need to do is I need to actually uninstall the seat brackets that I've already installed, undo a few of the bolts, undo a few of the T-nuts as well, because new T-nuts need to go in order for the shifter arm to be placed on the right hand side. And the reason why I'm putting it on the right hand side is because most cars, the MX-5 Cup, some of the NASCAR models, and also just getting in and out from the sim, I come in to the sim from the left side, so I don't want something blocking my way, so I have to climb over it. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna spend the next, hopefully it's gonna take me less than an hour. So yeah, let's get to it. You also might be wondering why there's just so much mess everywhere, and there is a good reason for that. So I actually used to have a desk in this room before turning it into what is now going to be the sim room. So yeah, I've moved a lot of the stuff sort of into this little back corner where, you know, things I'm going to need, like my keyboard, the microphone, headsets, lights, and a few things like that to do, you know, whatever content and videos and streaming and stuff like that. So everything is kind of just piled into this corner, which isn't ideal, but yeah, it is what it is. The shifter arm is now in. I've got the Fanatec shifter right here, but unfortunately I don't have the right bolts that go into the Fanatec base itself. I don't really know why. I can't really find them anywhere, so I'm gonna have to go to the hardware shop at some point to find a few new bolts. So let's cut to day 3. Day 3, and I'm really hoping today is the final day of the build. We've just got the keyboard and mouse tray, which shouldn't take too long. Then the triples, which I think is going to be a little harder because if you see the space here, I think it's going to be hard to get behind the triples to actually do all the cable management. So I've also been to the shops, but not the hardware shop yet, which I still need to do for the M6 bolts for the Fanatec shifter. But I have a cable management box from IKEA to manage some of the cables down there behind the rig. 3 DisplayPort cables here at varying lengths so that I can route the cables that will be on the furthest screen all the way around to my PC. Let's do it. So that part's done. I've got the keyboard tray and mouse tray in. And again, because I want to put it on the right hand side, this is now causing a little bit of an issue with the shifter. So if I have to go and reach to change gears, what I'm thinking is maybe I'll remove the mouse tray because my keyboard and mouse are kind of small enough to fit on the same sort of main tray. Tiny room problems. Now before getting on to the triple screen setup, I'm gonna tidy up some of the cables with that cable box and also give the place a little vacuum, because when opening one of the boxes the other day, I got a lot of the styrofoam everywhere. Now time for triple screens, which I guess is the big job. So I've managed to move a few things around the room, which hopefully gives me just enough space to, yep, to put that down there. We're ready.
So I think you should set up the driving position first. Make sure that the pedal height and the steering wheel deck height is roughly where you want it to be. Of course with the seat on. And then put the central monitor on and adjust central monitor height, because you need to adjust height so that it's slightly behind the wheelbase, but just enough to give you a feeling that you're driving from behind, like looking over the steering wheel, right? And then after doing the central monitor, then you can adjust, then you can put on the side monitors. And then when you put the side monitors on, set one up first, and then use the same angle and copy it to the other side using a piece of paper or eyeball it. But I think using a piece of paper is probably a bit more accurate.
Okay.
And Bob's your uncle. Yeah.
Bob's your uncle. As easy as that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I will.
Easy 1, 2, 3. Yeah?
I will try. If I run into any problems, I will call you.
Okay. No worries. Just give me a bell if you need.
All right. Thanks, mate.
Alright, good luck, mate.
Thanks.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
Sounds like I need to put the seat in so that I can get the seating position dialed in first to then set the monitor height, because apparently it looks a little bit too high right now, which now looking at it is probably right, which means I'm not going to be able to use the keyboard tray there. I'm going to have to put it to the other side, which is possible. So I think I'm just going to take it off for now. Yeah, I guess I'm going to put the seat in now. So yeah, let's do it. We're in the seat for the first time, the hyper cool seat. So I've adjusted it so I've got a nice bend in my legs, able to hit some pretty good pressure. Seat feels good. The seat feels really good. I haven't attached it to the power yet, so I don't know what the cooling feels like. But as you can see, the steering wheel is way too close here and pretty high. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to lower this so that it's quite a bit lower, and then also tilt it, because this is quite a sort of single-seater position, whereas I'm obviously racing a lot more GTs now, / will be, hopefully. It makes more sense for me to have a GT position, which means, yeah, this needs to go quite a bit lower. I think I'm happy with where the seat is. Managed to get the seat position fixed and also managed to get the gear shifter on. So it turns out there were some M6 bolts that were in one of the bags. So that was really nice of Next Level Racing to include that in some of the accessories. I think it was actually in the box with the shifter plate. So I probably should have looked a little bit better. But happy with the progress we made today. The triple monitor is in seat position now. Feels quite good. I also took the keyboard off, so I'm gonna swap that over to the other side at some point. But yeah, we're gonna have to call it a night here, because I think the lining up of the monitors is gonna be quite a big job, so gonna do that tomorrow. Hopefully one last build day and then we'll be done, ready to get on track. Good night, we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. I'm hoping today is the actual final day, and it's gonna be a tricky one. First things first, I gotta get a monitor out. I'm pretty sure they are M5 bolts, which I might have in here with all the bags of nuts and bolts. I found some M4s and M5s, both 16 mil, so I'm gonna try these. Alright, so it looks like they are M4s. Another problem I found, the bolts fit, they're too small. They'll just go straight through the bracket. So I'm gonna need some slightly shorter bolts with maybe wider spacers. So I guess that means going down to the hardware store. Alright, we've got the bag of screws. So hopefully now these are the right ones. We can start putting the monitors on. The first monitor is in place, and you can see how high the monitor is compared to where, let's say, where the steering wheel would be. This can go down probably some 20-30 centimeters. So I'm gonna take the monitor off, drop that down a bit, and then yeah, and then we should be good. We're in the seat and we have just fired it up for the first time. So after about 8 hours, I want to say, all in all, it's super satisfying to finally get this build done. So I'm just booting up iRacing right now. Gonna set up everything so that it looks right. So let's try and jump into a test drive. So just again, while this boots up, massive shout out to Next Level Racing for all the support they've given, the phone service, and just sending everything here. And I'm super excited, super proud to be an ambassador for them. And this is more than just content for me. I'm obviously trying to get back into racing after a 9-year break, and sim racing is super important. So hopefully this carries me well through to the next phase. Which I'm trying to get into Lamborghini Super Trofeo. So let's see. Hopefully this will get me well prepared for that. Obviously there's still a long way to go in terms of sponsorships and everything like that, but having the sim is going to definitely help me get prepared for all of that. So we're in the menu now, we're in the display settings, gonna do all the adjustments here. So it's gonna ask me for monitor width, bezel width, viewing distance, I gotta measure that. So I've managed to draw the angles here of the monitors. So I measured that against the flat back, then align that with the second monitor and the third. So now I need to go and find a protractor. Michelle just came out with a really good idea to ask ChatGPT to measure the angles. Chat, this is my triple monitor setup. I measured the... it's saying it's about 51 degrees. So let's call it 50. Now let's test. So it's doing that thing, which means I need to consult Mr. Dave Cam.
The relay section here. Now there are a couple of things that we're going to change here.
Okay, so Dave Cam is saying a bunch of things, which means I need to go and listen to Dave Cam. What's really important here is we're in the render DX11 file and we need to make the width triple screen. So right now it's set to 1920 times 3 equals 5760. Alright, so everything's looking pretty good now, which means I think I'm gonna go and have some fun. But this has been an incredible experience getting to document this whole build. I'm super excited with this new setup. I'm gonna be able to start getting some proper practice in. So there you go. Expect to see some sim racing content from me from now on. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.